Hello, everyone. Good evening. I hope you're all okay. Hope you had a good day today. As you behind me, it's a little bit of sun. We have changed to the uh, I don't know. It's summer hour right now. So yeah, it's a beautiful sunset in Bucharest. Um, yeah, today a new episode with some new findings for you, not for us. I will make some clarifications regarding the situation at Sanako this time, and of course, this impacts the whole Shape Robotics environment. I hope everyone can hear me. I hope everything is okay. Uh, let's check if anything is here to update. I'm looking at the streaming. Hello, hello. Good. Is the sound okay, Elena? We can continue? I guess so. Good. So the plan for today would be to discuss about something very important, and that's the situation of the Bechtle agreement and Sanako. Um, so, as everybody kind of understood in the last video interventions that we had, there was a situation in which we have been more or less kept underground and uninformed by the trustee, and that situation, that case is the case of the bankruptcy of Sanako OI. For everybody to have the same level of understanding as we do, Sanako OI was an investment that was done by Shape Robotics in spring and summer 25. The purpose of strengthening our approach to the market, especially in the language laboratories field, where Shape Robotics has already have created of traction with the PNRR projects. So in Romania, Sanaco has sold through Shape Robotics around 2.5 million euros worth of language laboratories. So we were already a very strong partner of Sanaco. So those who still believe that Shape Robotics was an invention, you can check everything out. So the reason behind the acquisition, as expressed also in the company announcements and everything that we have uh, shared with the market, was this consolidation. And of course, the more important aspect is that Sanaco was bringing positive cash flow in the company with good profitability. So, uh, profit, cash flow, and of course, the project in Poland. I'm taking also some. I have some notes about things that I want to discuss. You need to understand that this is everything is live. Prepare as we go. As I say, I am the plan, because when there is no plan, I have to be the plan. And what is important for everybody to grasp as an understanding is the fact that um, Sanaco had a strategic uh, position that we lacked at that time, and that's the recognition of the brand and the expansion of the brand in multiple countries. So it was a very natural business that we did. It was a company that no way, no shape or form could have become bankrupt. So that was impossible. And it was generating around 1 million euros in cash a year, so profits, net profits. So the way it went to from zero to hero, it's a mystery. And please don't believe all this nonsense about um, missing money or whatever. All the money, and now I want to clarify an aspect. All the money that Sanaco has paid in the interval that Shape Robotics owned the Sanaco till now, was paid based on what the company has had as a structure, a cash pool structure. So all the claims that you hear left and right about draining the cash pool of Sanaco is completely wrong, because it was the cash pool of the company. Sanaco was an asset of Shape Robotics, and all payments went to Shape Robotics Group or from Shape Robotics Group. So this can be, of course, proven the moment we have back access to the documents, as of course, everything is just out of the procedures right now, and some of the emails that we have, everything will be made transparently, as I have already explained. But the most important aspect is to start with what Sanaco had when it became bankrupt. So let me just share the screen with everybody. Hello, hello. I see that only one person is on. No, there are more. I was afraid. I'm missing some of my fans. Did they change the hour? Anybody else there, or just Elena? It's not a problem, because in the end, this recording is done for the live for the daily brief also. So from this point of view, everything is in order. Elena is the most loyal. Yes. Can you bring me a Red Bull, please? Please, I'm sleepy. Please. So, ah, Marcel is not exactly a fan. You're the biggest fan if you are here. So the prize. Thank you. Thank you. Why aren't you a fan, Marcel? Good. So let's share the list of documents which will be publicly available for you also to study and to dissect. Let's see. Let's see. So Marcel, you didn't answer. Why aren't you a fan? I was not saying maybe you're a ventilator. Good. That was a Lugos joke where I'm from. Claims. Let's go to the claim section and go to Durham. So let's share the screen. Here we go. Entire screen. Screen number 2. Connected. Okay. So we will look at something very important. So this is a letter that it's open on the other screen. Everybody can see it, or I should make it a little bit bigger. No? It's a digital signed letter with a very prestigious capital company from for those who have said that we are not working with the Wall Street. That's a lie. So here is the proof. On August 21st, 2025, we signed an agreement with um, esteemed capital company for a credit facility of $42 million. Okay. It was a 3 years agreement with an interest rate of 12%, a 3% origination fee, zero point 0.5 unused line. First lien on all assets, guaranteed by Shape company, of course. Prepayment in year 1 or 2. Total funded debt shall not exceed the sum of 70% of the eligible accounts receivables, 50% of the inventory at cost, and 75% of the net order liquidation value of the machinery and equipment. So it was what is called an asset-backed loan, ABL. Inspection violation report of the goods. The following are obvious, not to Darham and borrower should be in. I will not go and everything will be made available. Like I said, we paid 200,000 euros to the originator and signed by me and Durham Capital in August 21st, 2025. So that's the consultant was there, the capital company was there, and the purpose was to finance this agreement. And this agreement is the agreement between with Shape Robotics and its subsidiaries. Any one of the subsidiaries could play a role in the agreement between us and Bechtle Polska, who's the player that won the tender in Poland right now and has to implement everything till May. Uh, it's the agreement that we are talking about that belonged as a master company to Sanako. Sanako was receiving the orders already. And um, if you look at the screen on mobile, I think this is the better zoom for you to see. And as you can see, the image here and everything, you see the contract details and of course Sanako OI. Okay, very important. The contract I'm not going to spend time reading. It's a contract that had a value of 32 million euros. Okay, let it sink a little bit. 32 million euros. Okay, good. Maybe it sunk. This contract and all its annexes will be available. And now let me show you the more important aspect here. Out of this contract with the bank, the banker from New York, from Wall Street. Let me share something very important. As you can see, we already implemented in um, everybody can see right now. I think the screen is shared. We have already implemented a contract with one of the. It was a syndicate contract, and this was implemented already, and market was announced between Sanako I and Taybridge Capital, one of the syndicate players. And let's go here. We'll type Bechtle. This is Sanako I, Taybridge Frontier, okay, one of the syndicate players. Funding limit as per term sheet, signed contract, valid. Again, I will repeat, made public to everybody. And let's go to term. Let's go, let's go, let's go. You can ask questions in the meantime. Hi, Alex. Alex, we'll do together with Aurel on Thursday at 7. Same time we'll do the talk with the board members, with the board candidates. This will be done. Uh, this will be done live with in our office, so everybody will have a chance to see all three of us together. So everything is signed, and it's a contract that was supposed to finance everything at the level of the project in Poland through Taybridge. The moment the project started, as it started, so it's a finance deal. The only thing that Sanako needed to do was to sell the goods that we prepaid from the credit facilities that we used in Finland, and I will present them tomorrow, not to overwhelm everybody with a lot of information. So what I wanted to say is that Sanako had in place the finance needed to run the Bechtle contract. So how the hell, allow me to be a little bit uh, okay? How this company went bankrupt. I don't know. It's a mystery that we need to unravel. So questions. Marcel Magnific. Let me read this. Those are unknown companies. What's a Durham? What do you mean unknown company? Durham is a Durham. Let me put Durham here. What's a Durham? Durham is this is what is a Durham. Look, if you ask AI. Durham Capital Corporation is a New York-based investment firm founded in 1985 that specialized in providing senior and subordinated debt financing, particular for companies in challenge industry or special situations, which we were, as we were part of the pump and dump. Okay. As long as you don't have any liquidity, it's irrelevant. No, this is not correct what you're saying. This generates liquidity. I'm showing this because I wanted to present to everybody. You're asking me why I should have showed this because I wanted everybody to understand that that company was not bankrupt. Uh, this could be a scam, if anything, considering that you did not manage to raise capital from tier one players. What should be a scam? I don't understand. Why did you achieve? What did you achieve? It's not. No, I don't understand what you're saying, Marcel. It's not tier one, irrelevant. So you need the A players to stay afloat. Please explain. Why did you achieve? What did you achieve? The EGM? Is it sorted? What's next? Please focus on the relevant things. I'm focusing a lot on the relevant things, Marcel. You don't have to be so. Let's say at least I will try to keep my wording nice, incisive or whatever. Uh, we are pending the voting. The voting for the EGM is pending, so the voting will stop 1 day before the EGM. No, sorry, 3 days before the EGM. My mistake. And everything is going in the right direction. I would say that right now we have 3 million votes, all in favor of our plans. So we are more or less on the right track. So it is relevant because part of the equation at Shape is related to recovering lost business, which of course will become litigation claims, and those claims have to be constructed based on facts. And one of the facts that I'm sharing right now is exactly this one. So I am focusing on all the relevant things. If it's not relevant for you, then tell me what is relevant for you. Marcel. Let's see on if on Nordnet anything happened. I would presume that people are preparing for Easter break already, so they're not so active. I understand that it's also break at school in Denmark. We don't have anybody from Denmark connected. So if you're asking me, Marcel, about tier one investors, meaning funds or equity investors, we have Iris Capital in that sense. But the problem is that the tier ones didn't want to touch us because of the pump and dump. And I have explained that in another episode, and of course, it's fully explained on Substack. So my goal, hi Cosmin. So my goal was today to just present to you exactly the situation today, tomorrow, and afterwards we have the board to for you to understand exactly where Sanako was and the contract with Bechle. We are working hard to recover this contract in the sense that to yeah, it was canceled automatically due to the bankruptcy, and as everybody knows here that cancellation and recovery are not the same, uh, are not done in the same step. So if it was canceled and the bankruptcy was annulled, it doesn't mean that the contract becomes valid again. So it's a very tough call for us right now. So I don't know if it's possible or not, but it will be a blessing right now. You have to imagine that we're trying to see whether we can bring back Durham capital in the equation and to finance our contract with Bechtle if Bechtle wants it, and to do that from Denmark right now, from Shape Robotics Denmark. But it's a long, long um, uphill road here. Let's see. We're trying. Iris is not tier one, it's desperate money, but it works even your state. Pretty upsetting that you're kept out of the relevant league. Yeah, depends on what you think what is tier one. Look at what is tier one in Denmark. I think, Marcel, that you're looking at tier one from a more of an American perspective. It is what it is. We cannot do more than have support from people that understand what happened to Shape and what are the options of Shape at that time in that place. Remember that we were so seriously affected by a pump and dump that everybody in the industry saw that and knew about that, and they didn't want to touch us. So it is what it is. Let's keep it like that. Good. Let's try to keep this as short as possible because everything will be it's a lot to digest from the documents that we receive. So I would suggest that you read it quietly, and tomorrow we have some questioning on those documents because I will reveal also the state of the contracts, the financing that uh, Sanako has received the 4 million euros and how this money was spent and on what. And this is something that a lot of people were asking on the pipes, let's call it like that. And we'll see where it takes us. Is anybody from Denmark besides Cosmin or Cosmin? Can you check if is there anything relevant on the media today? Let's see if there was anything on finance or because by the way, finance is not um, is I asked the guy from finance if he check. Yeah, it's a cat, Marcel. Yes, it's a special cat. So I was saying that finance didn't uh, seem to care about the fact that they didn't check at all. There is something on the 27th of March. It's not relevant. Yeah, but because of the election, no, Cosmin, you had the election. No, it's crazy. Finance said that they did independent journalism and they went. They checked everything that the company had, and they made a full, let's say, analysis, investigative analysis on Shape Robotics, and they found only problems with me when actually the problems were something totally different. Yeah, it's Easter week. Everyone is going on vacation. Yeah, I presume so because it's school break. Yeah, that's the cat. Yeah. Let me try to see if you can see the cat. Yeah, yeah, she's there. Okay. It's a baby Maine Coon cat. Good. So today and tomorrow about Sanako, making things clear, putting documents in the right place, and hopefully we'll get smarter with things going forward, not backward. Finance did the best they could. It's understandable. The problems were bigger on your side, I think. You think wrong, Marcel, because finance um, is the finance department that handled our situation was the investigative department, and the investigation department should at least Google to see whether anybody in the board had any problems with insolvencies and bankruptcies before. It's not such a what they've done and they found about me so-called truth, which is mostly lies. They receive from somebody, so it's it doesn't work like that in journalism. You don't do what they could. You have to do your job because the things that have done destroy the share price. I'm not asking to be perfect. I'm asking to be journalist. Do you have any stock recovered? Yes, we have managed to recover around 1.5 million euros worth of stock from the warehouse in Bucharest, and we'll see what else. There is the good thing is that we have stock that was not yet delivered, so stock at the uh, in production for the project in Poland, and we're trying to understand how we can make this happen. Who did you upset in Romania? No, it's not relevant right now because um, things. I still have to keep some things to myself. Good. If there aren't any questions on this, I would prefer that you have time to read it as it's Easter week, like Cosmin has said, and we'll hear each other tomorrow. And hopefully, you have time to put some questions on the. I started the chat on Substack, so drop whatever you think is relevant to the topic, and let's try to wrap things up with the Sanako tomorrow. And on Thursday, we'll do the live with the board members. Have a very nice evening. Thank you again for connecting, Marcel. Everybody that connected, and keep in touch. Have a nice evening. Bye bye.